I can't be on a break if I don't work here. By user B5Wolf. I had a pickup order at my local Orange home improvement store. I was wearing jeans, a black cami tank top, and a black leather backpack I sometimes use as a purse. Please keep this in mind. I finally got called to one of the cashiers who was obviously still in training, trying hard but needed to call the manager a few times. In addition, there was a bit of a delay retrieving my order. I made some idle chat with the cashier as I waited for my order to be complete. An older gentleman came up from behind me without being called from the line. He interrupted us quite rudely by asking the cashier if she was on break. Confusedly glancing over at me, she timidly replied no. He then turned to me and asked if I was on break. Realizing he thought he was busting a couple of employees slacking, I was very happy to tell him that no, I didn't work there and was a customer just like himself. He shot me another dirty look and returned to the line without saying another word. Roadside assistance service, so I thought, by user worldly leg 74. Yesterday was quite the adventure, to say the least. I was on my way to an important meeting when my car decided it was the perfect time to start making those "I'm about to give up on you" noises. I managed to pull over to the side of a less traveled road, popped the hood, and stared blankly at the engine, as if my intense gaze would fix whatever the issue was. Spoiler, it didn't. Remembering I had roadside assistance through my insurance, I called them up and they quickly dispatched a mechanic, promising Eddie would arrive in about 45 minutes. I got a confirmation text with the IDA, and so the waiting game began. Eddie was due at 4:30 p.m., and at 4:28 p.m., a truck pulls up behind me. The guy jumps out, greets me with a warm smile, and asks what the trouble seems to be. I explain the situation, and he nods, already moving to take a look at the engine. Like a pro, he immediately suspects the problem, grabs a tool and some kind of fluid from his truck, and gets to work. In no time, my car is running great. As he wipes his hands off on a rag, I ask about the paperwork I need to sign for the insurance. He looks at me puzzled and says, "No need. I just saw you look like you needed help." It started to dawn on me. I asked if he was Eddie. "Nope, I'm Mike. Just passing through and thought I'd lend a hand." My jaw must have hit the floor. I just let a total stranger tinker with my car and literally get his hands dirty, where I just stood there doing nothing and being completely useless. Embarrassed, I tried to pay him something, but he refused, saying, "Don't worry about it. Just help someone else out when you get the chance." Mike left as casually as he'd arrived, leaving me stunned. After waiting another 5 minutes for Eddie, I just decided to leave. I called my insurance to cancel the service call, explaining that a random Good Samaritan had fixed my car before their mechanic could arrive. "So here's to you, Mike, the unexpected hero of my day. Your random act of kindness was a bright spot in what could have been a very stressful situation." Nice interaction I had. By user Ginny Shorts. So, not the usual angry person, but had a lady ask me where she could find something at Joanne's craft store. And I did end up helping her because she was very nice and I knew where what she was wanting would be, but we looked together and it wasn't there. Told her on the way to the section I didn't work there, but I was happy to help. I mean, I was wearing my Spider-Man hoodie, gotta be nice lol. And we had a laugh at my air of confidence, and I looked like I knew what I was doing, made her think I worked there. Sadly, they did not have what she was looking for in the section, so we parted ways and she thanked me. This isn't the first time I've been in a craft store and people think I work there. Former art students, so yeah, I kind of do have some knowledge, but I think the frequent trips to the store helped me memorize the locations of things. I did work here 5 years ago. By user Hotseaworthiness site 1479. A couple weeks ago, I was at my local Mart of Walls to buy hair dye. I was in the midst of my has-been hotel hyperfixation, so I had headphones in and head bopping to the soundtrack. The employee dress code is pretty lax there, but I wasn't wearing a vest and my outfit was a little unprofessional regardless. I like to stick to a more edgy alternative aesthetic. So baggy cargo pants, a t-shirt for the band Ghost and Nightmare style Alice in Wonderland button down, spiky jewelry, and intense makeup. Like thick black tears and big wings.
Oh, and I was wearing 4-inch heels. And yeah, I can strut and dance and whatnot in these shoes, but I'm not willing to do a work shift at any jobs wearing those torture devices. Not that I'd be allowed regardless.
Yet, as soon as I turned into the hair dye aisle, I made eye contact with an older woman and she immediately beelined straight to me. She said something to me, so I take out a headphone, already slightly annoyed having to pause my music. "You work here. Where is the baby powder?" I kind of stared at her for a second, then said no idea. "I don't work here." But she insisted, "Of course you do." "Mom, I haven't worked there since 2019. And they remodeled the entire store in 2022. I don't know where baby powder is." I had to buy bed sheets 2 months ago, and it took me nearly 10 minutes to find them. I told her as much, and she got huffy as if I committed some terrible crime against her. I'm sure she feels that way. Honestly, it just reminds me why I never want to work there again, and trust me, I have been asked to. I don't work here, but sure, I'll help. By user Surik704. Half a year ago, I was grocery shopping. I also worked at a different grocery store, but I shopped somewhere cheaper, and besides, who wants to drive to work on their day off? An old lady recognized me from the other store and asked for my help reaching cat food off the top shelf. We were friendly strangers, and so I didn't mind helping her, so I did. She thanked me, and I went on my way. Another customer, a second older lady, saw this and then asked me for help finding something. Mind you, I'm in shorts, a band shirt, and pushing my own shopping cart. I told her sorry, I don't work here and I can't help her. She wasn't angry or mean, but looked very confused. I explained I was a customer like her. She still looked confused. If you don't work here, why'd you help her? Because I know her. So you won't help me at all? I don't even know where that would be here. She walked away, again, not mad or anything, but she seemed bewildered that I would help someone and not her.